this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
Welcome to the Yeast of All Brewery, home of the Yeast of All Beatdown.
After 3 brutal battles in the brewery,
You were still exploring the Yeast of All Brewery. You've made it exactly like 4, maybe 5 hours in here and gone like 2 rooms. You've made a couple rooms in here, but you've done this fight, sit around, and catch your breath for a couple hours. Fight, sit around, catch your breath for a couple hours. And it feels like we're probably about to do that again, except this time one of you's dead.
Dying.
He is dying.
Chester is down and the Outlaws are licking their wounds.
I'm dying.
Smack him across the face. Live! The flesh is weak!
We're going to go to a new round here because if you remember...
Chester is hella poisoned Williams.
But they aren't done with this brewery yet.
A misty vapor fills this frigid room. A thin layer of ice coats the walls, and several small icicles hang from the ceiling. Large metal drums stand against the back wall of this chamber, while several old crates of freezer-burned ingredients clog up the remainder of the space. A gently glowing, light blue orb encased in several metal bands hangs from the ceiling in the center of the room. The only exit from the room is north through 2 sets of thick wooden doors.
Things are about to get icy.
I quit this podcast.
Now.
Really tired of just getting beat up and healing and getting beat up and healing.
This
And
has
getting
been
rid up and healing.
a little bit of a recurring theme, hasn't it?
It feels like a Groundhog Day.
I don't know what you're
This
talking
is the
about.
most Groundhog Day-ish adventure, except for Dragon's Dogma.
The one that we've played like 4 times
Oh, yeah.
at the
Yeah.
beginning of. Yeah. I was telling, me and Jacob went to get food after the last episode, and we were talking about how it's been the same thing 3 episodes in a row. We start the episode.
We heal.
You heal. We
get
fight.
beat up.
Yeah. Welcome to the Yeast of All Brewery, home of the Yeast of All Beatdown. Because everything in here is a fucking beatdown to the death.
Man,
Yeah.
Who knew that
We
if you
had-
let your brewery, fall into slight disrepair,
Slight.
it would kill you at every chance it had.
That's why they shut it down. It's too dangerous. Who let the beer out?
Brew.
It popped itself out. None of us did anything.
Yeah,
So-
the beer was angry.
Yeah.
Let's take a vote right here. And you can write in too, audience.
Blob.
Do you think that those yeast monsters were already there and they were being utilized as part of the brewing process?
No.
No?
Because if they had been, the X would have gotten Galaby's opinion as a intellectual. I think he would have known about it.
That's a good call. Yeah.
So Jacob is saying he thinks these things developed in the 3 months
Yeah.
that the place was shut down.
Or
They were put
someone
there.
put him there.
Yeah.
Just like
Could
someone.
be the same person who
The
reprogrammed
X to
them.
keep Gattleby from coming back.
Maybe she put them there because she didn't want the bank people getting in.
Maybe.
True dat.
She
Maybe.
hates Galaby. Go to the fridge, Galaby. Get your stuff. Just don't mind the robots and the oozes and the swarm of hornets, though that was behind a locked door, so that's kind of on us.
Yeah. I actually wanted to say, did you like that? Because you failed the perception check to figure out what was on the other side.
We
And
didn't get
told you wrong
opinions.
information. Oh, on what? I have an opinion.
What's your opinion?
Too quick
Do
to
you
say
think
three.
that it was there before or that it
They
developed.
developed in the
they developed in there?
Yeah, they developed in the time it was out. It's just some Alkenstar weirdness. Maybe Gattleby and his chemicals had been there,
It's also just like adventure, D&D stuff in general. Like, oh, you leave a pile of goop alarm for too long. Oh, it's an ooze now.
Primordial
All of a sudden
ooze.
it's sentient.
That's why we always have sewer ooze fights.
That's right.
Yeah. I also think that it developed because there was only 2.
Yeah.
There would
Yeah.
be one in each little thing.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they were doing the yeast brewing and the beery processing,
Yeah.
it would have been in every single vat.
Here's another question, Derek.
Yeah.
Did you dial it back? Were there only
Oh, yeah.
supposed to be 2?
There was still supposed to be 2, but every time. So if I always look at the tables in the core rulebook that say like, here's your XP budget, here's what you adjust it by if you have less people in your party. It's actually on my DM screen as well. And I still tried to make it fit close to what it's supposed to be for 4 people, but for 3. Mm-hmm. And most of the times, if I take away a monster, it is going to be way too easy. So what I do is apply the weak template or the weak adjustment to them. And basically, that's just changing their HP. And I was telling Jacob about this earlier.
Yeah.
What it ends up doing is make them last 1 or 2 rounds less. So their damage output is still the same, but they last less time, so you can take them down faster. And that kind of... Usually, this was... the oozes were a moderate encounter. Mm-hmm. I'll just peel it back. They were both level 2 creatures. They're actually easier than the rust ooze. The rust ooze was a level 3 creature, which you fought at level 1, so really spicy. So they're both on your level, which means...
That rust ooze fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Well, the rust ooze was 2 above us, and the swarm was also 2 above us.
Yeah, so you would get 80 XP, 40 XP each for each of the yeast oozes. Mm-hmm. The moderate XP budget is 80, but that's for a party of 4. So the moderate budget for a party of 3 is 60, and the severe budget is 100.
Yeah.
So if I left it in as 80, it would technically still be moderate, but be on the upper end.
Yeah.
But if I take away 1, it's going to be 40, and that'll be under moderate, so it's too weak. So I just leave it at 80, but reduce it, and that's been working for me for most things so far. Reducing the number of enemies isn't really an option when there's only like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I did the same thing to the rust ooze and to the wasp swarm. The wasp swarm was a level 4 creature.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would have had 15 more hit points if I hadn't reduced it. So,
And that was the difference between potential life and death.
yep.
Yeah. But like, I feel like that the things we have fought have been a fair amount of difficulty for us.
Yeah.
You've not nerfed them too much.
No, I've done exactly what the game recommends.
I think that we struggle as much as a brand new party should. I feel like we should not struggle this much maybe later on.
I feel like we have a slight disadvantage because our mainline fighter
Is not supposed to be a mainline fighter.
Supposed to be our frontline fighter. Normally, you'd have a barbarian or a fighter, or even a paladin for tankiness to do that. But we have a rogue, and I think that hurts us a smidgen.
A smidgen.
But we have overcome it.
I will say it hurts when we're in these combats where the physical damage doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Because that's all my boy can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because like the first part of this book in chapter 1, you did the bank, that was all one go, and then the scrapyard was the next day all in one go, and you basically had one rock pop up that stub your toe on, which was the rust ooze.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was not easy, but not bad.
But it was mostly, it wasn't horrible. I don't think we went down after the rust ooze fight.
Nope. And then this second half, you had like the stuff with Galloway, which is more trap finding
based.
fun stuff. You had the chase scene, you had the easy encounters, and then you get to the brewery and it's like, all right, you need XP. So let's give you some XP real hard and real fast. I was telling Jacob, I was like, yeah, I thought this brewery would take 4 episodes, and we're about to record the 4th episode, and it is not going to be over. If it is, I'll be very impressed, but I didn't expect to spend 2 more episodes just fighting things and healing.
We are spending half an episode each time healing.
Yeah. Speaking of which...
Let's go.
Let's get some healing done.
Go ahead.
I have a spell for the next,
we can
It's
actually...
illegal to play the game until I yell.
Yeah, hold on. I got to say, hey, have you ever heard about...
Centuries before
There we
the
go.
Starstone was raised, the Wizard Kings Nex and Gab warred with one another, scarring the land between them into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland. You planned that one, and it still got you giggling. From the glowing ashes
plan comes together.
of Amanda Wastes arose Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, and factories and clockwork wonders. God, the whispering got me that time. To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds. On its streets, life in Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
I am so impressed that you managed to not stumble through that.
I have to just turn off hearing other people and only focus on my voice. I've also read this a ton.
Yeah.
And so I kind of hit play on the internal monologue.
See, I would have the opposite. I would have gotten so used to reading it that halfway through I would lose interest in reading it and then get thrown off even more by the whispers. I think I would have to force myself to focus.
I don't know what it is. When I read prompts, it's happened every single season. When you read the same thing over and over again, it's also whenever I do the intros, like on this episode.
On this episode,
You find out the exact way to say it, and you say it's like you hit play. We used to do summer stuff with like kids clubs. You know how like eventually
you go on autopilot.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You just hit play and it comes out of your mouth no matter what's happening.
Did you ever put yourself on autopilot though, and then all of a sudden got yanked out of it, and for the life of you could not remember where you were?
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Floating in the wind?
Wanting to start again?
100%. I don't know if anyone else has felt like this. We're already in second banter territory.
I'm sorry.
Second banter.
But
about
have you
banter?
have you ever just been like in your house as an adult doing things, and all of a sudden for
No.
like a second, not even a whole second, but for like half a second, the like child consciousness or some part of you like trips for a bit, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Why do I have a cat? Why do I have 2 cats? What is this house? And then you're like, oh yeah, it's my life.
Akin to that, I had a dream one night and woke up from that dream last week where I was like, oh no, I'm late for school. And the funny thing is I was not back in high school Jacob's body. I was sitting there like, I'm getting out of bed at 3 a.m. from my wife, and I am late for school. And not only am I late for school, I've forgotten my parking pass, so I can't park there. How am I going to get to school?
Oh my god.
I'll see my wife later, but I got to get to school.
That's great. Because you told me about this. I'm like, wait, we're still married and you're in high school?
Listen, I didn't get much
Cradle
sleep
robber.
that night. It was a whew.
I had a weird dream. We watch Habby as a YouTuber who covers like VR stuff a lot on YouTube in between whenever we take breaks. Or he releases every Saturday. We record on Saturday, so there's always one to watch when we eat. I had a dream that for some reason he was talking on his like social media about wanting to play Project Wingman or Ace Combat in VR, and I was like personally talking to him saying like, listen, you can play Ace Combat in VR, but you're not going to understand the lore, so you need to start with the PS2 games. And then I was watching him stream Ace Combat 4 on Twitch.
Jacob. Fun.
It was the stupidest, weirdest dream. It's very specific too. It's dumb.
My last one I told you about, I had like a legit terrifying nightmare. Do you remember? Because I'm drawing an utter blank.
Nope.
It was the type of nightmare that anyone would agree was actually a nightmare.
Listen, don't focus on it too hard. Don't want to remember. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, let's not remember.
Stop thinking.
Let's play game.
Stop think. No think nightmare. No think nightmare.
If you
Not
don't
get
think
scared.
about it, it doesn't exist.
That's right.
If a bear shits in the forest and no one's there to smell it.
Micah smelled it.
God damn it, Micah.
Have we ever mentioned Micah before?
Nope, first time mentioning.
We should get him on the show one day.
Friend of the podcast.
Anyway, second banter aside, thanks for the...
I'm dying.
Yeah. Chester's dying. When we last left you guys, you were still exploring the Yeast of All Brewery. You've made it exactly like 4, maybe 5 hours in here and gone like 2 rooms.
Vescues 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms.
Okay. Yes, you did explore the storage room. You made a couple rooms in here, but you've done this fight, sit around, and catch your breath for a couple hours. Fight, sit around, catch your breath for a couple hours. And it feels like we're probably about to do that again, except this time one of you's dead.
One of us is
dying.
He is dying.
I could do a medicine
And
check.
I have a spell.
Oh, your spell will be better.
I will harm him.
Okay. So
Smack him across the face. Live! Dying! Damn you!
We're gonna go to a new round here.
No, 3 slaps. The flesh is weak. That's 4.
We're gonna go to a new round here because if you remember,
Chester is hella poisoned Williams because Chester is hella
hella
poisoned.
poisoned.
would you stop interrupting me?
No, I'm going to interrupt you more.
So, when we last left...
Oh, okay.
You muted him.
Go ahead.
When we last left, we were on round 4, or we had just finished round 3. The wasp swarm had swarmed over Chester and Psycheer and had knocked Chester down. Chester is still poisoned, didn't progress, but still at stage 1. So we go to the top of round 4, and it's now your turn, Chester Williams. You are going to take...
Do I roll first, right?
Yeah, go ahead, roll first.
+2.
I'll allow
to
it.
+8 total.
Wait, you're dying.
No, I'm poisoned.
You were down.
I'm also dying, but poison first.
Let's do poison first.
17 on the die, +8 is 25.
All right, you are now no longer poisoned. You're just dying.
Yes, now I roll for dying.
Yeah.
That's a flat check, right? 11.
Yeah. What'd you get?
10.
Oh, you are now dying too. You guys want to take a moment to heal up?
I'm going to put my hands on
Chester.
him and harm him. I'm going to cast harm on you because I got a spell back from whenever I rolled my thingamabobber because I am breaking the law of nature here, being a magic caster. So I'm gonna roll
How dare.
2d8 and apply it directly to your head.
Are you going to do the 2-action one?
The
Yeah.
2-action one, yes. So you get the d8, that's the normal one, and then the
8 points on top of it, right?
yes. 5. 6.
You get
So-
to roll 2 d8s?
The d8 is the standard one.
Uh-huh.
And then if I do the verbal somatic version of this, I get no, damn it.
You just get a flat 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
get a
that's
flat
13.
8. So yes.
Yeah.
That's 8 plus 5.
I'm up.
You harm Chester just the way he likes it. Just the way his wife used to do it. And now you are back up. Are you wounded, 1?
I am wounded 1.
That's right. Okay.
Ow!
You all right?
No! That hurt.
You need some healing?
I need some aloe. I need some
I got
give me some. Do you got any
Neosporin.
Calman lotion?
And Burt's Bees.
I need some Calman lotion.
I mean, I really could try to do a heal check on you. I have just as good medicine as you.
No, you can't. Because it's in less than an hour.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You're not
Yep.
legally allowed to do it yet.
I'm sorry,
We
but
have to follow
I'm
regulations.
Sorry, but the regulations of my union says I can't be healing you right now.
That's okay. Let's just
You
go.
are off duty.
Let's go check out that room. I'll wait for some healing.
All right. Go ahead and put yourself in there. I got some stuff.
Ow. Ow.
He's dragging himself 5 feet at a time and going ow, 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 ow.
I got stung on my feet some, so every step I take is pain.
Every
Why
step
aren't you wearing
take.
shoes?
I am, but they like crawl inside my shoes because there's a swarm.
Bees are terrifying.
These wasps are terrified.
As you guys
Bees are
approach
nice.
this room,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the wasp
more bees!
nest.
More bees!
approaching from another thing is another. No, it's just
You did.
stuff.
I quit this podcast.
What do you guys want to do? Oh, you know what? I'll
Search
describe
the
this room because I didn't get to it last time. You got assaulted.
Because bees.
Oh yeah.
Fuck bees. This small workspace features a table with benches on the east side of the room. Along the north wall, a desk covered in various bottles, beakers, flasks, and alchemical tools faces a boarded up window. The west side of the room contains several iron-banded wooden barrels. A large wasp's nest near the northwestern corner's ceiling hums violently. Well, not really anymore. 'Cause
Hums
you
violently.
killed the hell out of the wasps.
Yeah.
And they killed
No
the
wasps.
life out of Chester.
But I lived.
The unlife.
But yeah, what do you want to do?
Search the room.
Search for some barrels.
Okay.
Look at all them barrels.
Go for it.
Do I need to roll?
If you want to.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I only got a natty 9, so that is 16.
Okay.
That was a D8. I rolled a 1.
17. 18 for traps.
All right. What'd you get, Psycheer?
I rolled a 1
On the D20?
on the
Not D?
D20, yeah.
Okay. You find a couple things. If you search through the room, you find 42 silver pieces
Oh, yeah.
in one of the false bottoms of one of the drawers in the desks.
That's divisible by 3. 14 pieces each.
And you also find, and this is This is what's dumb, and I was laughing at this before we started the show. You find an expanded alchemist's lab.
Oh my god. I am. All right.
It's like getting the same thing from two different family members for Christmas.
Did you ever get that science kit as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
It's like getting 2 of those.
Don't forget your 14 silver.
Oh, we each get 14 silver?
Listen, hey, that kid's 55 gold pieces, so
It's
I
not-
ain't gonna complain.
I guess we should technically treat the other one not as an expanded alchemist kit, but a sterling artisan's tools, because there are bulk differences, but there's only 5 GP difference in cost, so. Isn't that dumb?
There we go.
This is dumb.
Hey, we made some money off of this.
That makes my day.
That's
I tell
so
you what,
dumb.
that tickles me.
That's so dumb.
12 silver.
Because the other
we
one,
go.
they say you can use this to brew potions. All right, so you mean it's an alchemist kit? Sure. All right. What's in this next room? An
Alchemist kit.
Thanks. Woo. Woo. Galtleby pops his head. I was like, oh yeah, that's my old set. It's I am a little alchemist's first expanded kit.
Well, it's mine now.
Take it. I don't need it. I've
Good.
gone through 15 of the damn
I am
things.
taking it. Maybe you should be a bit more gentle on your stuff. It's the bit I like sterling and whatnot.
That is
Listen.
the other one.
I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
very specific,
Oh yeah, it kaboom. That's right.
Yes.
I forgot.
by nature, is expensive.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Have you thought about being a barista?
A what?
Yes.
They make coffee. I'm sure you could use explosions to do that.
I quit coffee in college. I just do straight Adderall now.
Well,
my friend,
alright.
what the fuck?
There you go, I suppose. I guess. Hey, what's that on the table?
What table?
It's a face down picture. Is that actually there, or is that just decoration from the map?
Do you flip it over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you flip it over. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you mean as you flip? Yeah, just no intensity
dust
there.
cloud goes
Just, oh, no, it's a tiny little living picture. Oh, it's a CR one half.
It's a mimic.
Oh no!
It's a creature level 0. Creature -1. No, it's a charcoal etching of Gattleby and Emery.
Aw,
Oh,
I spit on it.
That's. Are you sure
That's
she
a
didn't
joke.
send you in here to die? I'm just making sure. Like, you look happy. Do they look happy in the charcoal etching?
Yeah.
You look happy here.
We probably were. You want to burn it?
Hey, can I ask a personal question? I'm going to ask anyway, but I'm just trying to be courteous. What happened between you two?
Well, she found out that I was working on Pyronite and wasn't a big fan of how dangerous it was and was getting on to me about how it could change things and people would be after me and
So you mean she was right?
Oh, so she was 100% right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let's.
And also, she was under stress because the place was going over at bad times.
You do not sound like a good boyfriend.
I probably not.
Well, that's great. I'm hurting. Let's go to the next room.
I believe that it would be in our best interest to not burn this.
Yeah, that might be bad. We also might burn down the building.
Jess,
I'm sure it's fine.
let me go first.
You blew up half of a college.
Are you ready to go into the next room?
Yep.
Half of a college auditorium.
Are you sure you don't want to get your hit points back?
I mean, we'd have to wait a whole hour, wouldn't we?
Man.
I'm down. I'm only down 12.
I'm down a lot.
Do we need to get you,
You
some
know
hit
what?
points?
Let's do it. Let's wait it. Let's do it.
You want to take another hour?
We'll take another hour.
All right, it'll be about 5:30, and you want to do your treat wounds checks on everyone?
Yeah, I can do one on Chester.
I will aid.
Who's rolling
I
on?
have aided.
Okay, who's rolling on Chester?
I
Me.
will roll.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
I rolled a natty 15, so that's a 20.
Nice. 2d8.
20. How much?
20.
20. Okay.
Do you want me to roll the d8s?
I mean, you're the one who rolled the check.
Okay, I'll roll the d8s.
Get out of D8.
I got a 2 and a 4. No, that's a d10. Sorry. I'm like, why does that have too
here.
many numbers?
A 10 on a D8.
And a 1, a 2 and a 1. Are you happy I rolled?
I mean, you're the one who did the check.
We're gonna wait another hour.
Ill damage. Chester, we got how many in my notes? I have two minor elixirs of health or
Sounds
lesser.
about right. Yeah. You got a good amount.
And I have on my me 1. I'm going to drink at least one of them.
Okay.
3.
3.
Anybody
Does anyone
wanna
else
give
want
me some healing?
treat wounds?
Oh, yeah, we can treat wounds you. Somebody assist me.
I will
I
try.
assist.
I'll assist
Okay,
you.
you go ahead.
I will. Natty 17.
Gorgeous.
22.
16 on the die for 22.
Not bad.
So that's going to be a 1 and a 2.
Who gets 3 hit points? Me?
Yes.
Right back at you,
Right
Alonso.
back at me. We're even now.
Wow.
Do you need any healing psych here?
I'm at 26 of 32, so if we're going to do this, let's go
You
ahead.
may as well.
Let's do this. I draw my gun.
16.
You okay? You're good?
Yep.
And then
All
go
right.
do the roll for the healing.
2 and 3. 5.
4.
Hey.
3.
Macarena.
Macarena.
2-1.
Penguins.
All right, now that you've spent yet another hour wrapping bandages on
get-
yourself.
I'll try to get you up to full just by putting a D4 into you.
Oh, I appreciate it. That might get me up to
Yeah,
just
you can do
about
that.
30.
You have an hour, so
Yeah,
go ahead.
so that'll be 6 of them. 4,
Yes.
2,
Ooh.
3,
Wait, 4
2.
and 2 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11.
There you go. 11 points.
Oh, I'm back up to full now.
That's how it is, baby.
I mean, the game does expect you to kind of be at mostly back to full health-wise between
I mean,
combats.
we gotta heal up the front line
As
tank.
long as I don't get in direct melee, I should be fine.
Poor Alonzo, his job is take a bunch of hits and stab things.
He's really good
Imagine
at it, though.
Sakir's job. Take hits for
Heal,
people.
heal, and take. Yeah, no, your lifelink means you take hits too.
Yeah.
We share the load.
Alrighty, so you ready to open this door now that you've prepared for it?
Yep. Does it open?
It is unlocked.
Okay. I open it and I have my gun drawn and loaded.
This room has no flavor text.
Aw.
Bathroom.
Anybody need to go to the PP room?
It's the papers room. Chester will immediately open the toilet, look inside, close the toilet if there's nothing in there, and open the top part of the toilet.
And pee in it?
No, just checking it. He's not going
Okay.
to upper deck it.
Ew!
I said he's not. He's not
What
going
the fuck
to.
is that term?
I believe
means
now this is
pooping
from
in the top of the
context
toilet.
clues. I believe it means using the restroom, or rather, pooping in the top tank of the toilet. I think
I do not like
Listen,
this.
when two people gotta go,
this is now. This
Stop.
is
Derek.
this is
No, we need to
context
just
clues
scrub this.
inferred from another podcast, so I could still be wrong.
double-decker toilet. Yeah,
I would like to interject a statement.
yeah.
Poop.
So apparently, people use conditioner as shampoo, and the term is called co-pooing. And I just absolutely tore into. I believe her name was Anna, but it was me and Sarah. And I was like, "Do you just like cooperatively shit?" And I reached over and I grabbed her hand and I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I really need the support." And she's like, "It's okay. You will get through this. We'll both get through this." That's the
dear.
co-poo. Anyway,
That's what happens
It's
when you
like
leave.
that weird 80s muscle man bro handshake, but
Yeah.
they're both pooping.
It's like what happens if you don't get the door shut all the way and your cat runs right into the bathroom with you.
sits in your pants.
It's
Yes,
emotional
On the
support.
floor.
I don't allow my cats to sit on me when
Neo
I'm pooping.
used to do that.
I refuse
Neo
to let
used to
them.
Send
do
him
that.
in, Will.
Cats will try it. I'll chuck them off of me like, no, ma'am.
Fuck off.
You'll talk to
No.
them like Chester talks to Slick.
I don't. I'll fight
I'm
you.
watching you.
I'll fight
I'll
you.
fight. You want to throw hands? I'll throw hands.
You want to throw hands? I know you got 4 of them.
You're small right now. I'll get you.
I very intentionally, whenever you went up to this door after not healing, made a point to bring up healing before you went to the bathroom.
I checked the toilet. Is there anything in there?
There's $3.
Shit.
Is there $3?
Is
No.
it paper money?
Is there a gun?
Listen,
No.
people hide guns and drugs in the top of their toilet tanks, so you never know. It could be in a little plastic baggie.
No, this room isn't even in my like DM's notes. I don't think.
It's just like
just
It's
empty.
just
Look at
on
the map.
Foundry.
Look at the map.
No, okay, it's in the book, but it has no letter assigned to it.
Okay.
It's just there. It's like, look, if you don't know what this is,
so no cocaine.
no cocaine.
Okay,
Where's the next door?
in the hallway. Now the one to the south,
East.
to the south,
Fuck. Same brain cell.
Same brain,
The one to
same
the
brain,
south-
same brain.
had the magic in it.
Yes.
So I say we should go north first.
Okay.
I was going to go north first anyway.
This door is locked.
Does one of the keys open it?
No.
Okay, I go pick the lock.
I'll back up.
Should we listen to the door first?
Wait, we listened to the door first.
I already have. Did I hear anything at this door? When
Is
I
this
listened
the
to it?
machine?
No, that was the
bees.
wasp. Yeah.
Is this the magic?
No, magic's the one to the south.
Okie dokie day.
I try to pick it. That is a 13, making that 23.
That check will unlock or gives you one success. You'll
Okay,
need
so
two
I need
more.
to keep going.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Do you want help?
I got the next one
Okay. 2 down.
and the next one.
All right. No failure or no crit failure.
No crit fails.
Move the kitty over here.
Oh, my cat. Yes, my me.
Meow.
Same brain, same brain, same brain, same brain.
And the brain is so smooth.
All right.
It just
so,
keeps on slipping around.
Da, 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 da.
You
And I
open.
thought I was losing it.
Oh, I've lost it. You open this door. Let me open it for you. Let me describe what you see.
Oh,
Close. Oh, is there someone? Oh,
There's what's the word? It is
An armoire?
squatters.
It's a shanty town.
Dusty crates and empty barrels give this wide open room the familiar look of a warehouse. Several crates marked grain and hops stand in front of the wide swinging double door to the north with the busy street beyond. 2 equally large double doors stand to the south and west, aka west, leading into
yes,
the brewery.
thank you.
Several small tents are set up around the room, each outfitted with ragged blankets and clothes hung up on frayed rope, as well as an open keg full of rainwater.
Oh.
I piss in the rainwater. No.
And as you approach into this room, you're going to see a couple people. I have art for one of them.
It's a person.
All right, let's look at the artwork.
He actually looks kind of fat. Is that Lord Northwood? No.
Oh my God,
It's-
Jacob, shut up.
He's got like a bumblebee
Casali.
shirt.
Oh, I see.
He's got a striped ascot.
Oh, okay. This is cool though, because if you zoom in on that, part of this map is on top of him. The ropes hanging from the ceiling.
Huh.
That looks really cool.
That's really cool.
Hey, kudos, Foundry.
And there's a shadow and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see him, and he is kind of like, he's kind of like looking nervously, kind of got his hand hovering over a sidearm a little bit. And you can see there's a couple other faces peeking out from cracks in the tents as you come into this room. And he says, who are you people?
Hello.
Are you responsible? Are you at the bank? You responsible for this brewery?
No.
No.
We don't care for the bank.
We are here to pick up some things that were left here by our friend.
Pick up things that were left here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I elbow the bag.
Okay.
He used to date the former owner of this establishment.
Former owner of this establishment, you say?
Yes.
Miss,
No,
what was her name?
Her name was Mary.
Miss Amary? This
I-
place shut down?
I don't know anything about the owner of this establishment per se, but we've been stuck in here for a number of days. Although I was wondering if
Was it because of the yeast oozes?
the what?
I
What do you
see.
mean stuck in here?
Why are you stuck?
Well, you see, one of us activated the greeters in the tasting room, and they we didn't give them the best instructions, perhaps. They also started malfunctioning, and they can rewind each other, so...
We bust them apart.
Oh, because they're clockwork.
They're clockwork, yeah.
Oh. Well, what about that door over there? Why didn't you go out there? You know, the one that leads outside?
The one you got.
Sorry, I misspoke. He should have said, like, we're stuck on this side of it. We've been, scrounging for things in here. Sorry. I'll back up a bit here.
Why can you not leave?
They can leave. They
Oh,
can go out
okay.
there. Sorry, I misspoke. They can leave. It's just like, he's like, well, we found the wasps, and they weren't very great, so we locked them up, and then we got trapped out of the other side of the brewery, so we've really been only on this side, just hanging out here. We're called the Iron Hunters. Did you ever heard of us?
Have we heard of them?
Have we heard of
Can
it?
we roll for
You
it?
could roll
your
society or underworld lore.
Oh, please. Thank you. That
got
is
+4
a
on society.
23.
Oh, I got a natty 19. That's a 23 as well.
Ooh, do you have anything to roll, Sakir?
I have a +0 to society.
Do you want to roll?
2.
So it's both Chester and Alonzo. You've heard of this group called the Iron Hunters. They're kind of like urban adventurers. Like they find abandoned sites and like set up shop, look for loot and like problems and stuff. So you get the sense that like they've barricaded the other side because they don't want people to find them. So they could leave. It's just
They
part of
chose not to.
Well, they can go out if they need to. They just don't want people coming in. But that also
okay.
half the brewery is like, or a number of rooms in the brewery were blocked off because of very dangerous things that you've just waded through.
Yeah.
We did the job.
Yeah,
for
I heard
them.
of you. You're kind of like a mixture of squatters and thieves. I'm sorry, that's a negative way of putting it.
Adventurers.
You adventure through towns and abandoned places and discover things in there to sell and make money. Sorry,
Chester.
phrasing's real important.
Would you kindly shush?
Listen, there's a very, very lucrative market for skilled foragers in this town because there's a lot of things that get abandoned and left behind.
Listen, I ain't begrudging you nothing. Yeah, do it. This place is abandoned.
You said it in a very sassy way.
I call a potato. You know?
Chester is a
What
little
else would you call it?
Exactly.
brutal. And also potato.
Hey, did you know anything about the oozes in them containers?
The oozes?
Yeah, there were
Large
yeast oozes.
The what?
You missed those too.
I thought there were some rats or something. I heard stuff rattling around in there.
You guys have really lucked out by not dying yet.
How did you get through here? The other door is blocked.
The front.
You came through the...
determination.
Yeah, your
We are
robot
skilled
friends
killers.
tried to kill us and got my friend hella drunk. He's still hungover.
Oh, I apologize, I guess. Wow, you must be pretty tough.
Yes.
Didn't you fought oozes?
Yes.
And the wasp.
And the wasps?
Yeah. Well, we did half your job for you.
Make a group diplomacy check. Or rather, you can do one person making the check with 2 aides.
Would you like me to do that?
I will
Yeah.
attempt to aid because I don't have very good diplomacy.
Oh, okay. I got a 21 to aid.
Nice.
I got also a 21 to aid.
Okay.
Do those aid?
What was your total again, Alonzo? 21?
21.
Yeah, those definitely aid. So
Okay,
plus
so that's
2.
25.
25.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. He's like, oh my goodness. Well, yeah. You've made this foraging expedition a lot more interesting for us, and a lot less dangerous. Here, I was
Unfortunately,
holding
a
on,
touch less lucrative. We do need the things that we came here for.
and Galloway pops his head out of the bag, and he's like, oh. And then Galloway's like, oh, my stuff isn't in here. This isn't the cold room, remember? And Kasali's like, who's this man?
It ain't important. Listen,
A business associate.
you didn't see him. You hear me?
I hear you.
Cool.
And he fishes through something. And he says, well, you took care of part of our job for us then. You know, we go looking for dangers in the city and do try to loot some things, but you fought the mess we made with the brewers. You fought the oozes and you fought the wasps that we locked up here. This is the least I can do. And he hands you
A gold star. A real gold
he'll
star.
hand you 2 elixirs of life minor.
Hey, who wants those?
Should I just put them on my sheet?
And if you need a spot to rest,
Yeah.
we've made this place safe even with the other dangers. So, also, if you need to chill out, if it's like too hot in here during the day, it's not right now, it's evening, but there's like an ice room over there. It's pretty sweet.
Aha, that's where we need to go.
Is it safe?
Have you been in
Yeah.
there?
It's mostly safe, yeah.
What do you mean?
What is the
Mostly.
most?
It's very cold. Don't hang out there too long.
Oh, okay.
Do you have thermoreactive objects in there, Gattleby?
No, but
That is a no of great yes.
like, if it's a magic-y thing, sometimes if you futz with them, they can get angry. Like, if you futz with the magic cold things, it's like poking your outlet with a fork. You might be fine, but you also might get hurt.
Well, I mean, we could wait. Do you or any of your friends have abilities in healing?
Not really. We're excuse me, that was Gattleby's
That
voice.
was Gattleby.
Not really. We're better suited to urban dungeon delving than healing. We
That
do
sounds
have
entirely asinine.
Rosa, who pokes her head out, and she says, "Hello." And she's this. Excuse me. They're this dwarf with like a bunch of like clockwork tools and gears on like a bandolier or two crossing their chest. They're the one who reactivated the brewers, and they're like, "Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry about that."
Yeah.
If you want, we're going to be here for at least a few more days. You can feel free to hang out.
When is our tavern expecting us back with Gattleby?
As soon as you can, but like if you dallied for a couple days, they'd probably be like, "The hell's going on?"
But like a day is fine?
I don't think we should.
I'm just saying, because if we could rest and get our stuff back, I wouldn't be against it, but does it make sense is the question.
I think you could do a day. It might not make a ton of sense, but if you needed to do a day, you could.
I guess I wonder, what do we need to get back?
Well, if I were to rest, I could get 4 more bombs or elixir combinations of and reset my quick tinctures.
Yeah.
Is there like a sense motive thing we could do for this guy?
Oh, yeah.
On the cold room?
Absolutely.
That would be... Oh.
Perception?
It is against perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you, rather, if you lie, it's against someone's perception DC. So that's what it would be up against.
So if they were lying to us, Derek would roll for them and compare it to our perception. Okay.
Yeah. And that makes sense because perception is still based off of your wisdom, which is what sense motive and 1E used to be based off of anyway. So,
Yeah.
you can roll perception if you want to. This is one of the things, if they were not telling the truth, I technically would be rolling against your DC. But you can absolutely roll if you want to get some insight.
19.
19?
Good. Don't worry about it. Like 11, I think.
All right. Alonzo, were you interested in this roll at all?
I can try the roll. I don't have terribly... Well, I mean, I have good perception, so I should do it. It's +7. Yeah, I got a 5. Ignore me.
Okay. Well, I'll say Psycheer with the 19 total. You can definitely tell that they were shocked to see other people here. Or rather, other people who are helpful, like you have been. They weren't stuck here, but like they were kind of upset with the situation because they couldn't go to part of the brewery.
They were frustrated.
Yeah, and you've basically walked in and said, "Hey, your problems are gone." So they're helpful.
Okay.
I think you critically succeeded on the diplomacy check, and that moved them from neutral to helpful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Love that.
Well, if we don't want to do a long rest, we could just wait here and do another round of treat wounds before we head to the freezer.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to offer us a place to rest and relax for a little bit, I'll take you up on that offer. You seem like decent folk.
We don't have much in the way of interesting and unique cuisine here, but we do have some rations we'd split with you if you're interested. It is close to supper time.
Do you happen to have rat, grits, and rat?
No, sorry, we haven't gone past the goblins anytime recently.
I hear you.
Their rat burgers are quite delicious.
I know, apparently
Surprisingly
it's
good.
Are any
a
of you
widely
hurt?
known secret.
No, we've been fine. We've been hanging out here for the past few days. We're fine. We've just been not able to go certain parts of the brewery.
Did you not hear us fighting stuff and whatnot in there?
We had no idea what was going on, and we did not want to poke our heads out.
I understand that.
I mean, I get it. I suppose.
You would note that the door was locked.
Yeah, it didn't
mean,
take too much
yeah.
to get past that.
I'm impressed with your skills, sir. If you ever need work, and the Iron Hunters would be happy to have someone of your breaking and entering expertise.
I'll keep that in mind.
I thought that you were trying to get out of that type of work.
Oh, my apologies.
Well, I mean, the Iron Hunt. You guys, you only go after abandoned places, right?
Typically, yes.
That's fair.
What do you mean typically?
Well, sometimes there are other squatters.
Oh, okay. Okay. Technical. All right. Yeah, I guess Chester's gonna sit down, stretch his legs out.
Yeah, they have like a rainwater catcher here and a small not like campfire, but like little cowboy cooking stove.
They've got like a little induction thing.
Yeah,
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
like a little cast iron cooking stove.
So I guess we'll wait an hour, then do some treat wounds.
Yeah, let's go to about 6:30. Do yourself some treat wounds again.
Oh, I'm full, so y'all can take it.
Who wants to aid me?
I'll aid. I do not aid.
All right. Oh, I still got an 18 on the die for a total of 23, though. So, Chester, if we're lucky, we can get you healed to full. That's not lucky. Okay, 8, which brings me up to just below full. So, whenever we want to go, I'm good.
All right, so you're just below
about
full
psych here?
How you going hit points?
I am at 30 of 32.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, you're doing good, yeah.
And we can still treat wounds on you.
May as well.
Find out, right?
I do not aid.
Was it a 1?
No.
Oh, it's a 1. A doesn't matter. Haha.
Yeah.
15 on the die.
Hey,
So-
baby.
Psych here, I have to roll 2 dice anyway. You're back at full.
Yeah,
I rolled a 7 on the first one anyway, so.
you're good.
All right. We are good.
Nice.
We are golden.
Do you recall, didn't we start this game off with a bottle cap?
You have a bottle cap for predicting the
Yes.
oozes.
But I used that.
Yes.
So I was wondering if I still had one more. And I just didn't
we
most
reset
of them.
hero points last episode back to 1.
So, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you hang out with them. There's the dwarf, Rosla was their name. They work on clockwork. If you want to get into it, they're very interested in Psycheer.
Ooh.
Like, who's your Ripper dog?
Foul
Excuse me,
face.
that's cyberpunk
Who's your
terms.
ripper? You stop that.
Who worked on your arms and legs? That's pretty impressive.
Remember, we're Warhammer, not Cyberpunk.
Cyber Warhammer 40K.
Oh,
Cyber
no.
hunk.
Cyber Hulk Deathwing.
There are many students at the Church of Bry who are adept in the replacement and repair of augments.
I know a couple of the people on the streets that run limb replacement gigs.
Yes.
Not totally above board, but they do good work.
Yes, Psycheer's always offering to replace limbs for us.
Ooh.
We
I
ain't,
know people.
we ain't taking them up on that yet.
I had to replace one of my toes with a clockwork stub. It was nice.
I firmly believe that a mechanical being is more sturdy, more solid, and more fulfilled than an organic.
I can see why you make that argument. I tell you, if my bones ever fail me, I might go down that route. But being a dwarf, I am very fast in sprinting, so I'll keep my ability.
It is understandable.
By Gimli lore. I'm a natural sprinter.
My specialty is in magic, and as you
Magic?
can guess, out here every so often things go wrong, and they hold up their hands, and then they kind of kick their feet a bit.
Magic.
Part of the reason.
And then Kasali pokes his head up and says, "Oh, you do magic, eh?"
I do.
Wow, I used to be.
An adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee.
Aha! I played Skyrim. And he says, I used to be a bit of a wizard myself back in Nex, but out here my abilities are very unpredictable.
Nex is not the undead one, right?
No, it's their
No, that's the
sworn
wizard
enemy.
nation.
Yeah.
That's Geb.
Yeah, Gib.
I found a new life for myself out here, but my old skills haven't suited me so well. I'm impressed that you can summon magic any amount of consistently in the Mana Wastes.
It is a gamble.
It's blown up in our face at least once.
I see.
And rain.
And the other time it rained.
Yes, I have, on accident, summoned a small rain cloud upon myself.
That checks out, honestly.
Oh, well, this is
Gattleby
nice.
pops his head out and says, "You do magic?"
No.
Okay, back in the bag.
What? Wait, hold on. Gattleby.
Why is Gattleby staying in the bag?
Gattleby.
He's just
Yeah.
a
What's
Jack
it
in the
matter?
Box.
Like, why are you curious about the magic?
Pokes his head back out. That shit's whack. I don't see a lot of magic in these places.
You
Okay, yeah, all right.
think
Hey, listen.
magic.
I fit in with this town perfectly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, blowing things up is it's the Alkenstar way, isn't it?
This city was built on blowing things up.
I don't doubt that.
Have you seen the gunworks?
I ain't a fan of things that make people and my skills obsolete.
That's fair, but you see, some people need finesse and a fine touch. My clients, or rather, people who want to be my clients, even though they don't understand the art of explosives, have no subtlety. It's all about effect. And sometimes that's what you need, but sometimes you need to be quiet.
Yeah, but you get a real good effect when you get your stuff together.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Well, this has been fun, but
Can I have some baked beans?
Let's
Go back in the bag.
Shove it back in the bag. Let's get going. Get in the bag, Gattleby.
Get in the bag. Gattleby lives in the bag now.
Yep,
Slick.
that's his home.
Gattlby's in the bag. Slick is out free.
Slick is just
Slick
Slick
finds
is
another growth potion.
Psycheer's animal now.
Could you imagine if Psycheer got engulfed when Slick was with them?
Slick would just get
Slickwood.
thrown off. Slickwood, yes.
Slickwood.
Yeah.
Not Slickwood!
So
Slickwood snake.
once again,
He's a chameleon.
you're sure the freezer's safe. No monsters in there. No malfunctions.
Oh.
Nothing like that.
It's nice and cool. There's some sort of magical crystal thingy keeping it cold, but as long as you don't futz with that, it should be fine. It's a freezer.
All right, are you two ready to go?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Have you had any trouble with the lock on that door by any chance?
Lock on the
freezer door. Yes.
I have some spare keys if you need to get in.
It'd be
Where'd you get spare
appreciated.
keys from?
Were they just
That's
sitting
why
here?
we were able to find our way into this place.
Oh, yes, but where'd you get them from?
I know the right people.
I see.
Oh, can we have
Is
them?
it somebody at the bank?
No.
Sense motive!
Objection.
Derek was shifting his eyes as he said
All right, I
that.
found them under the rug.
That sounds about right.
That I believe.
Is that where your girlfriend hid them? Pulls open the bag, Gattleby. Did she hide keys under the rug?
You know, that checks out.
Okay.
Jeez, I
close the
thought I
bag.
was unique doing that.
It's like the fucking magic 8 ball.
It's like, we need a Gattleby.
to shake me.
So can we have those keys, please? Just the one for the freezer.
Yeah, sure.
We've already opened up every other door.
Sure. And he goes with you
Oh,
Actually, it's more trustworthy if he joins us to me.
and unlocks it. And there you go.
Oh, that's the crystal.
I'll stay outside for right now, just in case the door does slam.
And
That's not a bad idea.
oh, it's double doored.
let me read the text for this.
Dumbledore.
A misty vapor fills this frigid room. A thin layer of ice coats the walls, and several small icicles hang from the ceiling. Large metal drums stand against the back wall of this chamber, while several old crates of freezer-burned ingredients clog up the remainder of the space. A gently glowing, light blue orb encased in several metal bands hangs from the ceiling in the center of the room. The only exit from the room is north, which is the way you guys are coming in, through two sets of thick wooden doors.
Thick doors.
Whenever you get in here, Gattleby finally gets out of the bag. It's like, oh, it's so stuffy in there. Now, where did she put this shit?
Hey,
He starts digging through like these rock hard, rime crusted onions and other things and random stuff in the freezer.
hey, Kasali, could you stand here and make sure these doors don't shut behind us? We're a wee bit paranoid after our experiences today.
He blocks the door, gives you a thumbs up.
All right, let's go in there with the gat.
Go in.
Gattleby's
With the
rooting
great
around.
Gattleby.
A great Gattleby. And he roots around throwing these vegetables and other ingredients and whatnot. Frozen bottle of beer, a busted bottle of Coke that someone left in the freezer too long. And he finds a
I
silver
hate it
ring
when that happens.
and holds it up and says, ice cold. Pockets it.
Hey, what's that?
It's my ring.
What's it do?
It's just goes on your finger when you're like committed to someone.
You were married.
Were you engaged?
Oh my goodness.
But I don't
Did
want to talk
you?
about it.
Did you leave her at the altar?
No.
Did she leave you at
What
the altar?
happened?
Did you
I told you what
explode her
happened.
hopes and dreams?
We had an argument, disagreement, things fell apart. We weren't married.
Did she throw the engagement ring back at you?
She threw a lot of things at me.
Well, it sounds like you skipped out on an abuser, so that is for the best
Oh,
anyways.
not heavy things.
That's still things.
They were just light, like glass vials, beer mugs.
A
They can't
scalpel or
hurt
two.
you.
I mean, she also like threw insults with like pillows, pointy darts. Wait, no, not that.
Maybe it was a good thing you two didn't stick around with
It
each
seems
other.
as though you two may be perfectly fine people on your own, but are very inflammatory within the presence of one another.
We're both workaholics. What can I say? But he takes the ring and he finds
Is it magical?
no.
Okay,
It's just a ring.
I'm gonna steal it later.
It's
Wait,
just a
why does he
ring.
want the ring? if they're not still together?
I mean,
It's a nice ring. It's
could-
also a memory thing.
it could be
Jeez.
like a family heirloom, or he could have spent money on it. There's some practicality there as well.
He finds it's like a parcel full of some stuff. There's some alchemical things, books, pieces of equipment that he's looking for. And he puts it in like his personal bag and is like, I'm good to go.
Chester wants to check out this crystal. He does not want to touch it, but he wants to look at it, investigate it a little bit.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I just see can he repurpose this?
Do you think that Phoebe would be interested in this for her bar?
I meant as some kind of weapon or defense or something. But or if all else fails, sure, that too. We could shove it in the bag with Scattleby.
It would be a good thing to sell.
Or that.
I mean, so if you want to identify it, you would have to roll Arcana.
I can do that.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I have feats. I think they let me identify potions. 17.
That's good enough. You would know that this is... This is like some sort of magical orb gem stone thing
Very wizardy.
that keeps this room constantly cold. If you were able to free it and wield it, you could effectively use it as a wand of chilling spray.
Ooh.
Oh. What would I need to roll to free it?
Thievery.
Hey,
Let me step in.
Alonzo, I found something cool, but I need your help getting it.
Casali's like, are you sure you want to do that? That looks like magic stuff that might hurt you a little bit.
Yeah, I am absolutely... Hey, Alonzo, come in here.
Alonzo's already inside.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah.
Alonzo, you go pick that up real quick.
Where are you headed?
I'm heading outside just in case things go wrong.
We will watch and pray.
Nothing personal.
Alonzo is questioning this.
If you
Alonzo,
can...
if it would make you more comfortable, you may guide my hands, for I cannot feel through them.
He'll do it.
I don't think that's going to mean nothing for this.
All right, make me a thievery check.
It's kind of like a pride trigger. The concept of using his skills to work something magic.
Alonzo.
Alonzo! Natty 16 for a total of 26.
You successfully
I was about to say, I hope that passed jumps so we don't feel like
detach
idiots.
this fist-sized...
This Sith 5.
five.
I was so cool it broke your mouth.
this fist-sized orb from the bands, and you bring it down, and you now have a effectively, if you hold it and activate it, a wand of chilling spray. Now, the way this wand works, apparently, I'm not super well brushed up on wands or
You have
especially
to
the crafting
hip thrust
side.
into it.
You can
Pelvic thrust.
you can activate it to cast the spell. It has one charge in it. And you can do that once per day, plus overcharging it, which I don't know a ton about. I still need to dig into that side of it. And you would cast Chilling Spray at first level.
Ooh.
Once per day.
And anyone can do this? No roll?
That's the next question.
I will look that up.
Is it like use magic device?
You said chilling spray?
Yeah, it's from Advanced Player's Guide.
Ah.
I have it pulled up. A cone of icy shards bursts from your spread hands and coats the target in a layer of frost. You deal 2d4 cold damage to the creatures in the area. They must each attempt a reflex save.
Ah.
So it's a 15-foot cone, 2d4 cold damage, and if you fail, you also take a penalty on your speed for a couple rounds.
Well, I vote this goes to Sakir.
I appreciate that.
I would agree.
It's more damage and it's free once a day. So there you go. Cool.
Cold.
This
in
is
fact.
pretty awesome. I did not expect to get a wand.
I thought I was just gonna get something to sell or just be told, no, you can't do nothing with this. This is nice. This is why you got me on the team, because of smart.
Very much so.
I wouldn't have thought to steal it myself. I wouldn't have touched it.
And could we do a perception check to check the rest of the room, or is it just
Would
Freezer
you like to
burned
eat one of
veggies.
this
not worth it?
one of these frozen onions?
I would love to. onions keep vampires away. That's a lie. It's garlic.
It is garlic.
It
That's
might
true.
be garlic. It depends, I think.
How did your father feel about garlic?
We never tested him. We never got him tested.
Your mother never cooked with garlic?
Oh, no, not once he showed up. It was, respect, It's called being nice.
You should know about your family medical history.
Well, I'm not a vampire.
But it could be something that you're sensitive to if your father was allergic.
I'll find a garlic in the room and bite it. That's way too strong.
Ice cold. It's like a rock.
I'm fine. I think. I'm fine.
Chips his tooth.
Ow. So you were saying about wands.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. Wands, so just the TLDR is short, slender items typically made of wood. You cast a specific spell without expending a spell slot. They can be used once per day, but can be overcharged to attempt to cast them again at great risk. Each wand holds a spell of a certain level determined when the wand is created. Cantrips, focus spells, and rituals cannot be placed in wands. If you find a wand, you can figure out what is in it. If the spell is a common spell from your spell list or is a spell you can use recall knowledge action and automatically succeed. If it's not, you must use identify magic, which is what we did.
That's what we did, yeah.
Casting spells from a wand. A wand contains a spell that can be cast once per day. Casting a spell from a wand requires holding the wand in one hand and activating the item with a cast a spell activity or action, which uses the normal number of actions for that spell. So this would be 2. To cast a spell from the wand, it must be on your spell list.
Oh.
Because you're the one casting the spell, you use your spell attack roll and spell DC. The spell is of your tradition. So basically, you have to have the spell on your list, but when you cast it, it's not like old wands where they have like a fixed DC and everything.
Yeah.
It gets your juice.
But if none of us have that spell on our spell list, then it's useless to us? There's no way to use it if you don't have the spell on the spell list? That seems unhappy.
Yeah, it looks like it has to be on your spell list. This has the arcane and primal traditions, which I don't know if those... You're a cult, aren't you, Psyche?
I am a cult, yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if you'll actually be able to use it, which sucks. Unless you had the deity Kastiktikai or the patron theme Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Oh, Baba Yaga.
Oh, Baba Yaga.
But it is worth a chunky bit of change. It's also worth 60 gold.
Ooh.
You could probably sell it to Dunsmith for her, tavern, if you wanted to.
That makes
I'm
sense.
just sad that Psyche can't use it.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay.
Well, wands in this game are completely different than they were in 1E.
Yeah.
Wands in this game are kind of like...
They're kind of like the spell lattice almost.
Yeah, but only to use it like once per day. But
A
yeah.
specific spell.
Yeah, which is neat. Wands in 1E were more like just a little like dispenser of spell.
Yeah.
And if you had it on your list, you didn't have to roll anything. If you didn't, you could use magic device
Yeah.
and spam it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the gym and the goods. What else do you guys want to do?
I mean,
We should leave.
I don't think there's nothing else for us to do here.
Yeah, we need to take Gattleby back to the tavern.
All right. Are you guys going to rest it all again, or are you just going to head on out?
I mean, we're at full health.
Okay.
And it'd kind of be weird not to try and get there as soon as we can, right? Mm-hmm. I'd love to do a long rest, but I don't think there's a feasible reason why we would.
All right. So is there anything you want to say before you start heading on out?
Well, Iron Hunters, it was a pleasure meeting you. Glad we could solve all your problems for you.
We appreciate it. You fixed a lot of the issues here, and I'm very grateful.
Those elixirs of healing will be mighty nice.
They will indeed. They will. Thank you for your work. We'll be seeing you. And I guess you guys are going to head out.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys leave, he goes back.
5 more powder keg punks.
Da, 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 da.
As you guys are heading towards the entrance, you hear the door
Fucking hell, I was joking.
kick open.
Give them a bottle cap.
And you hear this squeaky voice be like, "Find them. I know they're here."
Oh, he sounds like a nerd.
And bursting through the door with an entourage, you see this cactus Leshy.
What?
And he sees you guys and he says, "Freeze! Hold it right there." Comes a gruff yet squeaky voice with a twangy accent. "Reach for the sky." A tall, lanky cactus Leshy, wearing a monocle, grips a wand holstered at his side. He holds out his free arm, which is covered in thick black spines, like a cocked pistol. Beside him are a wolf-sized brown drake and a pair of brutish Leshy ruffians.
What?
We know you have the alchemists whose crimes against the natural world are too numerous to quantify. For associating with so
We put him in the
foul
freezer.
an enemy of all things. His head is poking out the back. Don't
it's
you lie
not.
to me. I
it's
see
not.
his lizard. I followed you here.
I'm not going to kill a lizard. I put him in the freezer.
Dewey Daystar of the Clearwater Cleaners.
Should probably go check the
We'll
freezer.
see an end to your toxic ways. And he slaps the back of the drake beside him and says, "Sick 'em, Roxy."
The drake is going to take D6 of damage because his arm is covered in spikes.
Sure. And we'll get to that on the next episode.
I did not expect me to talk cactus
That is
today.
so fucking cute.
Do you want to see art of him real quick before we go off air?
Art.
Oh my goodness. He
Oh my
looks
God.
like a nerd. What a
shoots spines.
dweeb.
That is
I
adorable.
want to catch this man on fire so hard.
I want to put him in a little pot and keep him.
I'm gonna burn him alive.
We'll get to that next week. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of the podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.